Okay.
Hello, we're back with this shit.
Yeah, hello.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome to...
Hello and welcome to shit.
Yeah. Hello and welcome to Halldamir Gets Introduced to Tabletop Role-Playing Games,
Yeah.
the series.
Yep, there's always one player that's late.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
In this case, the rogue.
we are putting this together mainly because Halldamir was like, what is this tabletop role-playing stuff you're doing all the time? Why are there like 500 videos of something called Pathfinder on the channel? I don't understand anything.
500, try like 1,000.
And then I said, well, if you're interested, we can certainly do something about that. And he said yes. And I said, all right, how about this Sunday? And he said yes. And then I said, we need more people. And then I asked different people from around the internet, and they also said yes. And here we are. And we're gonna play some D&D 4th edition.
Yeah.
Why 4th edition? Well, because I haven't played it in a while, and I'm actually quite fond of it. And also, it's a pretty newbie-friendly system to get into. The rules are pretty straightforward. It's all power-based, and there's a very good framework for it. So all these things combined together, and we got to where we are today, here now, at this very moment.
I need a rest.
We just started and you need a rest.
Well, no, the shielding smite and my on pain of death is still grayed out. It's good.
Oh, okay.
Good.
There you go. Everyone gets a rest.
Huzzah.
I made sure my token was pre-rest.
So yeah, here we are. Quickly, tell the good people in the chat and the people watching about your characters before we get into it.
Okay. Mine is the dwarf in the middle. He's a paladin. He's going to be the tank in this situation, and he's pretty much straightforward paladin. He will look after people, but he's not afraid to confront people. He hates cowardice because his deity is Cord, and yeah, he likes to fight because of that. And that's pretty much it. Not much else. Anybody
Sure,
else?
And yeah, I guess. And my character, who's called Perrin Wildfist, is a dwarf from the far north, from the cold mountains up there. And eventually he realized that he actually has a surprisingly strong connection to nature and all that jazz after rescuing a fellow dwarf from a bear by wrestling it with his hands. At which point his rune mark basically manifested, and after that he basically got accepted into the order and all that jazz. And now he's in a group of do-gooders who wants to find a guy somewhere. It has been trying for months.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point. We should probably explain that we all have runes somewhere on our body. We're part of an order of a long dead empire.
Yep.
And we're on the road to look for someone with a rune.
Yeah.
Been on the road for months now.
Months.
I will in fact read the introductory text for
Okay.
everyone's
Looking for the
benefit.
sixth musketeer.
What?
So Griff, tell us about your character.
My character is Derylus Crestfallen. That's the top right lady up there. It looks like Anna from Planescape. It's a tiefling warlock in a party of do-gooders. Yes, exactly.
Careful.
Has a wonderful fascination for magic and is one of the main reasons why she's tagging along with the group. She loves discussing anything magical, including with the cleric, even though the cleric seems to give her the eye of absolute hate. Derylus doesn't really mind in their turn, although if anyone actually does ask her anything personal, they get a headache and she magically disappears. As well as if they somehow then find her and then keep talking, they kind of get nightmares for the next few days.
As Halldamir suffered for 13 days.
My head. Oh.
He still hasn't figured out it was Derylus.
So DDS, tell us about your character.
Finally, we have Thena Eversong, the elven cleric of Advandra.
Yeah.
She tends to be quite light-hearted and tries to be open and friendly to most people, though she does have the occasional disliking for the warlock, though she does her best to remain good with everyone, and she's adventuring as well. Her reasonings, well, her rune is one, of course, but you know, she often just seems to try helping out a bit more than it seems like most people would, for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She also loves shooting laser bolts at people that annoy her.
There we go.
Who
From
doesn't?
her eyes.
So yeah, we are playing 4th edition, and 4th edition is a little bit special. In its just general premise and how everything works. But basically, in 4th edition, you really are like heroes. That's sort of the point of it. Like it is very much has this heroic take on everything. Characters are meant to be like heroic and stuff, and as such, it is very much a like good versus evil type stuff. We're gonna do the thing we're gonna run here. Also, I was gonna say this is not really a long-running series. We're gonna have like 5 sessions, I think. I don't know. We'll see how long it takes. But we're gonna run through one adventure for now, at least. And we're gonna do a modified version of Keep on the Shadowfell. It is a published adventure, and I will say again, no spoilers in chat. If I see that, I will be very pissed. So keep those to yourselves, please. Don't ruin the magical experience for everyone. Now then, with that boring stuff out of the way, I shall introduce the scenario, as it were, for you and the players. So, you are known as rune warriors. Each of you was born with a runic birthmark somewhere on your bodies. The runes are believed to be the marks of the gods, the fates, or something similar. And under ancient imperial law, it was required that the runeborn be given into the care of the Order of the Rune. The Empire is gone now, long gone, but the Order still seeks out the runeborn. You are members of something called a Balatech, a group, a strike force, as it were, by the Order. You were trained together for years. You have been prepared for this day when you would journey forth into the world and use your unique gifts and talents to fulfill the Order's mission. Historically, the Order's mission has been something akin to help the common people or the like. But since the Empire's fall, the Order has been forced to find many different patrons throughout the world. To a large extent, the Order has fragmented just like the remnants of the Empire have fragmented. Today, the Order works much as a mercenary company. Still, they shy away from jobs that are obviously like connected with evil doings, like they won't kill innocents or like raid and pillage and stuff like that. The core philosophy of helping the common man and trying to make a difference in the world is still intact. And this is why you, as fresh Balatech, you find yourself seeking Winterhaven, a tiny village on the edge of civilization. The last heir of a minor noble family has died. The heir's great uncle, a knight by the name of Sir Caliban, he was banished for transgression against the chivalric code and disappeared. Divinations that has been conducted indicate that the knight's son, who is believed to be the only current living heir to the noble house, lives somewhere in Winterhaven or close to it. You have traveled far, thousands of leagues, but your journey had only just begun. It took many months of questioning in city after city and village after village before you finally found someone who knew of the village of Winterhaven. They described the village as lying in the shadow of the Cairngorms, an old set of hills and mountains in a place called the Nentir Vale. The ancient and, as you discovered, wildly inaccurate maps of the Order indicated that the Cairngorm peaks lay even further to the west. And so you have traveled for very long. And now, at last, you are drawing near your goal. You are on the King's Road, although there has been no king in these parts in living memory, traveling west towards Winterhaven. How are you traveling on the road?
I don't think any of us have horses, do we?
Oh, yeah, on foot, I'd imagine.
Yeah, so we're all on foot, I think.
And we don't really have any immediate reason to be, like, stealthy or quick, so we would probably just prance along or something.
Be walking along with common talk. Just generally talking to one another while we walk down this slightly overgrown path.
Yeah, the vale before you is very beautiful. It seems to be very lush. In the west, you definitely see the big mountains and the road sort of slowly winding its way towards them. Behind you, to the southeast, you passed by a area of very dense forest. You do know that the forest is called the Harkenwald, and have been warned in the city of Falkreist to avoid that place. It's apparently rife with bandits and other things, sort of plaguing the area. You know, your mission certainly has taken you west, and then, as you say, you are talking amongst yourselves, traveling down the road.
Okay.
What do you talk about?
Music, apparently.
Yeah, Athena wants to write a song.
Athena will be writing a song on a small book she has in Elvish about basically just all the sights she sees, the beauty of any plants, flowers. Just writing about the world itself. The travels we've gone through.
But those who really know how good songs are supposed to sound like, which is Halldamir and Perrin, know that that song is not going to be something they will ever listen to voluntarily.
Yes, dwarvish music is much better.
Yeah, literally two rocks hitting together.
Now.
I must agree with the warlock on this one.
Damn tieflings, know nothing.
So you are walking you're walking down the road, casually, poking fun at each other and stuff. When suddenly, Perrin Wildfist, ahead in the road, you suddenly notice something shifting behind a rock. Looks like a shadow of sorts.
Well, Perrin will immediately signal to the group that something is up. And since our characters disappeared, I think something is going to happen.
And as you do so, a yipping shriek is heard.
Oh no.
As kobolds rush from all around you.
Okay. Halldamir takes out his battle axe and holds his shield in front of him while he prepares.
Let's see what you do here.
So unfortunate. I was hoping for a nice peaceful trip today. Never mind. We will find our way.
Aye, but we get some fun.
All right. Yes, the creatures seem rather violent as they rush towards you. Let's see here.
Do we see all of them?
Yes, you see all of them. They sort of break cover and rush towards you, and we go straight to initiative. See if I can find the micro here. No, not initialize.
We are all initialized. Praise be to Rahal.
There we go.
I still have 6 edit characters and 2 edit mode.
We can change that later, View.
Yeah.
I imagine that the little kobolds rolled a lot of 20s looking.
That is quite the thing. Let's see. It was quite a while ago I actually used these. There is a advanced initiative macro, I think, because then you get a little arrow thing. Oh jeez.
Who the fuck was
Yeah,
that?
the little symbol pointing to whose turn it is.
Yes.
Swedish corgi that I heard bark.
Nope. No
Was
corgis
not a
here.
corgi.
I think it's sheeps actually.
Yes, it was.
For now, we'll just whoop. All right. Yeah, the kobolds break cover, and the dragon shield is the first one out. So he skirts up here. Oh, hang on. Forgot something important about the map.
The map is actually on fire.
Yeah. There we go.
What?
All right, he
You
rushes
forced
up
all of
here.
the
Hang
map.
on, we're on the
Why
wrong
are we in the default map now?
I don't know. Why are you?
Go ahead and change it back. He edited map settings so it forces us away.
Oh, okay.
Okay, sure.
There we go.
Da-da-dun, da-da-dun, da-da-da-da-da-da.
Everyone sees everything?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so the kobold rushes up towards Perrin, and he's wielding his fantastic little short sword here. Oh, hello! Yip yip! Ah, yip yip! Does anyone speak Draconic?
No.
No, I
Alright,
don't think
you
so.
have no idea what they're yipping about.
Okay.
They sound very excited though.
Yip, 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 yip.
Do they look threatening?
Oh yeah, he
Yeah?
swings his sword.
All
towards
right,
Perrin.
swings his sword. Nice. Can I have?
Jesus.
Ow!
Okay.
Yeah, he sweeps forward, like dodging and weaving, and goes for basically Perrin's like feet, cutting up his calf. This hurts a lot, and Perrin is immobilized until the end of the kobold's next turn.
I didn't take damage. Does that
No,
mean
I couldn't target you.
Why
I
not?
got the invalid condition
What?
roll target defense option thing. Yeah, we had similar problems with targeting. Ervan, I think. I think it's because it has immobilized in its name, and it's like, I can't put immobilized on Perrin. I don't know how, and it freaks out.
Okay, how do I change my HP then?
There's a damage.
Damage.
There's a damage.
There we go. 15 untyped. Well,
It's
that
like-
was a good
basically-
first attack for them.
Spending the first minute just sort of staring at the kobolds, going, what happened? And all of a sudden, suddenly, half your calf disappears. Like,
Yep.
ah!
Oh my god! Yeah, there you see a kobold with a sling breaking out of the bushes, and he slings. Let's see here. He will sling at the dwarf with all the armor.
26.
Jesus.
Fucking hell.
These are rolling very well.
Hang on,
right
I
now.
have more than 10 AC. I have 21.
No, he
it's-
does 26 versus your AC.
Yeah, but
Doesn't
still.
matter.
The 10 is
Um,
damage.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah,
Good.
I think that's like max damage for
That's
him.
gonna fucking suck.
No. He could actually roll 11.
Oh, that's true. Let's see here. Rushes forward.
This is gonna hurt.
Yeah, he swings his short sword at Halldamir. He is charging.
Jesus. So much
Yeah,
damage.
these guys are ripping it up.
Yeah.
Minion. He comes forward, excitingly yipping, poking with a little spear at the rogue.
So we don't see those rolls. Oh.
This guy charges up here towards the cleric because she looks juicy.
Disappointing fools.
Poke.
All right, finally, Perrin can act.
Let's see. First of all, since I'm a dwarf, I can use a second wind as a minor action, so I will do that.
Yeah.
If I find the right button for it. Is it healing? No, it's
No,
minor.
it's
There we go.
there's an actual second wind
Yeah.
button.
There we go. I didn't gain hit points.
Now you can do it.
I do
Now
not
I
have
can
these.
gain hit points.
It's just so it gives you the +2 defenses, so everything
Doesn't it?
till next turn.
Why did I get 14? What? Okay.
Because you used 2 surges?
No, I don't
Did
know.
you say I want to use a healing surge and then typed in?
Oh
7?
yeah, and then typed in 7. Okay,
Yeah.
that's not something.
Yep.
Okay, and then let's use a. Actually, these guys are kind of grouped up, aren't they? Oh no. Free action to go into his more ferocious form,
Mm-hmm.
which all of you have seen before. It seems to be a rather grey bear, something that you would think to see in like the cold mountain areas. And then he will attack the kobold in front of him. A savage rend attack.
All right.
Did that do anything?
Yes, that hit and did 9 damage.
No, I didn't see the roll.
Never
It
do
said
that.
you whispered it to the GMs apparently.
Oh, well, Interesting. Okay, and I can slide him 1 space,
Okay.
which will be towards Halldamir to the north.
Okay. Like that?
Yes, and that's my
Okey-doke.
turn. I'm
All
not
right.
sure why that rule was secret, to be honest.
I don't know either. Sarlin acts. Who want to take over from him? DDS, do you want to do it?
I could do it.
Okay, well, sheep, do it.
Okay, he's stupid and will attack that guy right in front of him with whatever looks funny.
He is
Piercing
stupid.
Let's go, piercing strike. I don't know what that does, but I'm sure it's good. Also,
Target's
I'm getting
reflex.
like 1,000,000 errors.
Really?
I rolled an 8. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah,
But
that
he
was a
missed,
natural.
so it's
That was a
fine.
natural one. Does he want to move, or is he fine there?
He'll stay there.
Okay. This guy, he's moving up. Let's see here. He goes there, and then he converts a standard action into a move and moves in here. Dolores.
Okay. Well, the dragon shields look a lot scary, don't they?
Yeah, they are. They're actually seemingly pretty well armed when you look at them. They have like proper armor on. They have small shields with like a ferocious like dragon symbol, you think. And they have short swords that look actually quite like well maintained, honestly. Yeah, and sharp.
I'll get a ranged penalty to hit them, won't I?
No,
No?
no. Why?
Ah, I forgot about that. I'm playing D&A 4th edition.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly. You
Yeah,
can shoot
there's
melee
no
here.
shooting at a melee.
They have cover if they have, something is blocking your line of sight, but allies do not block line of sight for you, so you can shoot through Halldamir without problem.
Alright. Cobalt Dragon Shield. She'll point a finger at, thinking, oh, you sound like a dragon. How cute. Burn!
Does she curse him first?
Yes.
Hmm.
I forgot about that. Thank you.
Yeah, see? This is your key class feature. Don't forget the curse. How does it look when she curses the kobold?
Just these black tendrils just spin up, not impacting, just spin up and all of a sudden slap on to the kobold, looking as if it's tattooed all of a sudden.
Mhm.
And these very, similar to a tribal style of tattoo, just all over its body, over its armor.
Mm.
It's just covered in these black lines and tentacles all over it. Not embodied, just it is as if it's a tattoo straight onto its body.
Hmm.
Oh, look, you look so cute now. Ah, now you're easier to burn. And yes.
Oof,
And that's not it.
that's not it.
No, curse damage. Target my curse takes an additional 3 damage.
Great. All right.
And
That
give
thing
me a
might as well
second.
be dead.
So that's my big action. I
Yep.
still have everything else.
So Jonas, I think you need to apply that 3 extra damage.
Yep, hang on. Is the curse damage always 3?
It's 1d6.
Okay. I think you can add that directly into the attack box of the attack in the future. I think. Maybe you couldn't in this actually. I don't
don't know.
Let's see. Oh, you can do and enter an overall damage modifier. You can type that in when you do the attack later.
And the -2 to attack rolls, is that a thing that's automatic, or do we need to remember that?
We need to remember that.
That's only on that one.
Yep.
And the +2 from Healing Surge, does that apply to AC as well?
Yes.
All defenses.
All defenses.
Doesn't seem to. Oh well. Not automatically, anyways.
Yep. Yeah, the
last one
framework automated some things and some things it didn't. So you need
So it
to.
does only last 1 round, so give it a break.
So yeah. Let's see here. From the mystic energies of the Feywild, you draw a brilliant white flame and set it in your enemy's mind and body. Rivulets of argent fire streams up into the air from its eyes, mouth, and hands. Agony disrupts its very thoughts. Yeah, so that's very effective. The kobold shrieks in agony. Kobold minion 1. Let's see here. He excitedly jips forward and stabs at the rogue. Tina.
Well, having this guy next to me is unfortunate, but first, it seems like the paladin's already a bit wounded.
Mm-hmm.
More than I'd like. So she'll raise our holy symbol to the air and release a word that just seems to echo into everyone's minds. Activate a healing word on Halldamir.
Right.
Granting him 1d6. Actually, it's not written properly there. It's 1d6 plus 5 extra hit points
Okay.
on top of a healing surge.
Alright, so Halldamir can
Ah.
spend a healing surge and add 1d6 plus 5 to the healing.
Is that 1d6 just for yourself, or would that include like the 1d7 that Halldamir would get?
Well, Halldamir doesn't get a d7. He just gets 7 plus my 1d6 plus 5.
Yeah, it's a healing surge plus that.
It's all of this on top, which makes
Yeah.
my healing word very
Okay.
powerful.
Yeah, that's what I did. A healing surge 1d6 plus
Yep.
5. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I will then shift there,
Yep.
and I'm going to go ahead and release a blast.
That's true, because healing word is a minor action in this.
Pretty powerful, so blast free. How do I want to orientate this? Well, onto the dragon shield, I guess. So I released a blast like that,
Mm-hmm.
as Fina begins to speak words of power, and the entire area begins to glow bright with divine energy.
Halldamir has to cover his eyes slightly, so he doesn't get hurt by this.
Is it enemies only?
It must suck though,
Oh,
being a bright area.
Wow.
well, on the bright side, all allies get a +2 to hit, and I really didn't like that, so I'm going to re-roll an attack roll against one of those
Alright.
using this.
The elven accuracy, that's right. Which against who do you reroll the attack?
I'm going to re-roll against the bloodied one.
Alright.
Damn it! I
Those are
rolled really
bad
bad.
rolls. Yeah.
Wow.
I do notice you don't have any apparent
Wait,
bonuses.
yeah, my
to
modifiers
the
aren't applying. That's
Yeah.
strange.
That you should
What
probably.
are your modifiers?
Okay, so all of those should have at least a +5 on them.
So that's a 17. Would a 17 hit reflex?
Yes.
Well,
Then
Dragon
that's
Shield
8
2.
radiant damage.
Why is
no,
your modifier
that's
not
strange.
applying? That's odd.
I have no idea. Let's go ahead and start checking stuff.
They have their reflex is 13.
Okay, so Dragon Shield 2 would have got hit,
Yep.
and
Well, 8
Dragon
radiant damage.
Shield regular would have got
Yep.
hit as well.
Yep.
For
He would have
14?
been hit. Yeah, 14.
and 2 would have got 8.
Let's go and find out why my character isn't working.
And just for people watching how I was able to figure it out, I just moused over the miss, and it tells me how much half damage it does.
Yes, and you just multiply out.
The,
Mechanically it rounded down, so we might have extra 1 point more damage, but oh well.
The brilliant light of a wanderer shines down, bolstering your allies. They feel much more powerful and protected, but sears the enemy, and the hurt kobold dragon shield shrieks in more anguish as he basically, burns and falls to the ground, a smoking pile.
And that shall be my turn, as I try to fix what the hell's going wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, 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 yep.
Yip yip yip. Yip.
Yippity yip yip yip. Yeah, fuck you.
Halldamir.
Right. So I use Divine Challenge.
Yes.
Upon Dragon Shield 2.
Mm-hmm.
With your attack, you get a +2 to hit with this attack.
Yeah. And I use... I should probably explain that Divine Challenge, I I kind of command the dragon shield to fight or fear the power of divine magic, and then I strike at him with my holy strike. And then there's the +2.
Well, +2 to hit was not
+2 to
damage.
hit, yeah. Okay. So 6 radiant damage.
Alright. And if your target is marked,
Yeah, which it is. Gain a bonus to your damage roll equal to my wisdom modifier.
what is your wisdom modifier?
I can tell you that somewhere, wherever it is.
You can
Maybe
click
it's
the
I'll
quick.
have
You can quick
His wisdom's only
click the
12,
quick
so-
sheet.
Yeah, yeah.
It's only
Uh,
1 extra damage. His wisdom's only 12.
Yeah, so
One extra
wisdom's
damage?
1. Yep.
Okay. When next you do that, try adding that in the attack frame when you set up the attack.
Yeah.
That way I don't have to do it afterwards.
Because Jonas is lazy.
Yes, I have a lot of things running, and well, you can remove him. He's not. Alright, Cobalt Slinger is back.
You're attacking into melee.
That's not a thing.
Oh.
Let's see here. Well, that was scary. That big plated dwarf just shouted things and light and explosions. He doesn't like that.
Fucking shit up.
He's,
Yes, it was the dwarf that created the big burst of light. Don't attack.
Oh,
Clonk.
yeah, he misses with a special shot. He sees like he picks up like a flask of something, puts it in his sling, and then flings it towards Halldamir. But the shot goes wide, and the flask like hits the rocks in the background somewhere.
It
He
doesn't
looks-
hit Dragon Shield too.
No, he looks disappointed.
What you're telling me is it went up over there, or down
Yep.
through there. That's one
Yep.
hell of a name.
You know, he's very nervous right now.
He must be new to this.
Yeah.
Must
So
be
okay, so he will use. Why is that? That's not even an attack. Oh well. Critical with
Of
shifty.
nothing.
Yep. He uses a minor action to shift over here.
A critical shift. I
Yeah.
like it.
And then he will use dirty tactics, trying to hurt and immobilize Halldamir.
Good.
And I can't target him again.
Good, I'm happy about this.
Are you happy about that?
Yeah.
12 versus reflex. Does that hit?
It's on 12.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Then you
He's
take
slow.
12 damage, and you are immobilized until the end of the kobold's next turn.
On the bright side, I don't think he's going to be moving anyway.
Yeah.
So what you do then, Halldamir, is you use the damage macro to give
Yep.
yourself damage.
12, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Minion.
Herpaderker, ow.
See, he moves here. He uses his shifty as a minor action to get here and get combat advantage on Sarlin.
Wait, he'd get an attack and opportunity against him.
No,
No, he moved to there, then a separate action shift.
Yeah.
You should.
Yeah, but he moved in
Yeah,
combat.
he used his move action to shift, and then he used a
Oh.
minor action to shift.
Oh, you little ninja.
Yeah, they're shifty, as the skill says. Let's see here. He has combat advantage. Stab. And you get huge error messages from Sarlin for some reason. Anyway,
Yeah, I don't know why.
He did take the 4 damage because now he's got a little bloodied sign next to him.
this guy jumps forward towards the bear, because that's dangerous. He has combat advantage, and he stabs and misses. It is Perrin Wildfist.
Does casting while being threatened provoke or something?
Yes, if the
Depends on what
spell
your
does
target
not is a close, then it does not.
A close
Okay.
yeah.
So a close blast or a close burst would not provoke, for
That's fine.
instance.
And let's say I used something that pulls, like
Yes.
this guy. Could I pull him through like allies?